Hello and welcome everybody. My name is YJ, and with me is the very beloved Hachiko, all the way from the United States. We'll be casting a best of 3. As far as I know, this is the Singapore-Thailand finals for Redbull Colosseum Season 2. We have RiseWinter Gaming versus
10
XD
seconds remaining.
Xiaotian. So Hachiko, tell me about these teams.
5 seconds remaining.
We've followed Xiaotian or XD, but I don't think did we cast the RiseWinter game? I don't think so, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so we kind of know what XD like to play. They run down lanes is the best way to describe their playstyle. We saw it in the last game there with the Huskar and Bristleback.
10 seconds remaining.
They got their farm, they got Roshan, they ran down lanes, and it worked out for them here. And they pick a Venomance for first pick, and it's a hero that does that. So it seems like they're following with that strategy. It seems like Shadow Shaman's a really popular hero in the Southeast Asian server here, as we're gonna get once again another first pick Shadow Shaman from RiseWinter Gaming. And are they going to follow up with Earthshaker again? Because that's also a super popular hero, it seems.
Yeah, apparently. But the Clockwork pickup here from XD.
5 seconds
You
remaining.
think that's an offlane Clockwork? A roaming Clockwork?
It's most likely Roman Clockwork. He's never really played offlane anymore. One thing I like to note is they actually banned Lich here.
Radiant team ban.
Might be because they know each other or something. And they know that RiseWinter plays the Lich, because there's no reason that they would ban it otherwise here. It's weird. Sure, he's a strong hero, but unless you're guaranteed that your opponents are going to pick it or really favor the hero, you don't really want to first ban it, right?
Definitely. The Magnus pickup
5
here.
seconds remaining.
Instead of the Earthshaker, you have a big Magnetor here. He does provide the stun, similar to Earthshaker.
Dire
It's going to be
team
basically a 3-second-ish stun with RP. Other than that, you have, in my opinion, better positioning due to skewer, but less
Radiant
less
team
stuns. I guess Magnus is an all-around good hero. Do you think he's gonna go to mid lane or what?
Magnus isn't really played mid too often anymore, just because melee mids aren't really favored. Most of the time he's off lane.
I see. The band's coming out here. Puck
10
and
seconds
Earthspirit.
remaining.
Earthspirit's gonna be XD banned out
5
Earthspirit
seconds
last
remaining.
game, and they banned it this game, so they don't want to face this hero. But why do you
Dire
think
team
RiseWinter banned out the Puck?
And Broodmother as well. Puck is a really strong laner. They're probably not prepared to lane against it. Maybe the Magnus will actually go mid, because if they send him against a Puck, Puck is going to pretty much
10
dumpster that
seconds
lane.
remaining.
But we'll actually see. I'm still thinking it's an off-lane Magnus.
5 seconds
He's just a really strong hero in general for the mid matchup, and it's weird that they're already banning mid matchups here. So maybe they're afraid of XD's mid player.
And the Broodmother
One thing
ban?
to note is the Broodmother ban.
Yeah.
I was about to say that as well. I think this hero is really strong actually, but again, you have to be confident that your opponents are going to pick it up. So just from their bans alone, I could tell that these teams definitely have played each other before, or they at least like have scrimmed or something. At least.
Oracle.
The OD ban into an instant Oracle pickup here, so XD really have a plan in their mind here. Oracle does bring a lot of utility. You have a good debuff over here with Fortune Sand that provides a root. And Fate's Edict is good against auto-attacking people. Purifying Flames is just Purifying Flames, and False Promise is really good. It's just a really good spell in general. But Pudge, a mysterious pickup here from RiseWinter Gaming. What do you think about Pudge?
10 seconds remaining.
It's quite good against Clockwork, honestly. As a
5 seconds
support,
remaining.
you could always hook someone out of the cogs. I mean, if he gets trapped in the cogs himself, he's kind of screwed. But yeah, I was about to say, with the Oracle, it's probably going to be followed by a Huskar, and there it is, 4th pick Huskar for XD. Once again, we saw him play that hero last game. I believe it was it Kaleidoscope that played it, right?
No, it was
10
Speedrun.
seconds remaining.
Speedrun. So it's sadly the price to pay. Play the Huskar.
Yeah. So it's most likely a Venomancer mid then, or offlane. But Underlord pickup for RiseWinter Gaming.
Yeah.
This is a hero that I've been spamming a lot. Definitely super high win rate in pubs. And it's mostly due to his ability to push out waves and defend. His Pit of Malice ability is extremely strong as well, and it's a really good combination with Pudge and even Shadow Shaman. Any heroes that provide disables, you can pretty much keep them into the pit forever, and at that point they're stuck, they're getting constantly rooted, and it's super annoying.
Nice. Yeah, Pit Lord definitely one of my favorite heroes with the Dark Rift, get out of jail free card if you don't get bursted down. And taking a look at these heroes, they have a slight bit of burst coming from Purifying Flames and Life Break, but other than that they have a lot more sustained damage than burst.
5 seconds remaining.
So Pit Lord's good in that aspect of getting out. The last ban coming out from XD is Sun Wukong the Monkey King. Okay, interesting. Why do you think they ban Wukong?
That's actually a really weird ban. I don't see Monkey King carry, right? It would be Monkey King carry at this point, fit into the draft. But once again, I feel like these they have to know each other. If not playing in scrims, they at least played each other in pubs or something, for them to ban heroes like this. Or they're just really afraid of getting cheesed. But I definitely think that they have some inside information. Like, they definitely know each other, or at least know the players that are either Broodmother spammers or Monkey King spammers, because otherwise I see no reason why those heroes would ban out like that.
RiseWinter Gaming thinking a lot on their last ban. You were saying, Hachiko?
Yeah, I was going to say is the Magnus right now, right, is mostly looking mid hero,
yeah,
because the Underlord is picked up. So the Puck and OD bans make sense now, because those heroes do really well against Magnus. So it's most likely Magnus mid now with Underlord off lane, unless it's Underlord carry, right? But I don't think that's the case. I think a carry that they can pick up here is terrible. They have no way to deal with illusions. I think they just pick a carry that counters Huskar, and they're just fine. I guess Monkey King is okay against Huskar. His huge physical burst with his Q ability, or what's called Boundless Strike.
Yeah.
But they're banning the Dark Seer, Mech Buyer, so they are suspecting a Venomancer mid and not a Venomancer offlane or anything like that. And the last pick will be Arc Warden.
Okay.
All right.
Nice. Arc Warden gives out quite a bit of versatility, coming in with the Magic Damage, Spark Wraith, Flux, and in addition to that, he's a really good auto attacker coming in with that Tempest double if you get something like a Silver Edge, Shadow Blade, Bloodthorn,
5
Crit,
seconds
MKB,
remaining.
whatever. He's really good in both physical and magical aspects, and we have seen Ice playing Arc Warden. We've actually casted a game of Ice playing Arc Warden, if you remember that, Hachiko.
Yep. A lot of professional players are spamming this here, and I believe it's going to be like first ban at some point at TI, or if not, it's at least going to be played a lot, because I think teams are starting to see the value in this hero. And the thing is, if you get late game on this hero, it's so hard to play against. It's like Tinker on steroids or something, because Tinker, sure, you can clear your creep wave and be super annoying with March, but this hero has infinite fortifies with his magnetic field ability, right? As long as he's alive, he's fortifying the tower, and you have to walk all the way up into the magnetic field to do damage onto tower and racks. And I've been watching Eternal Envy play this on his stream. I've even watched Sumail play a couple of games as well. It's a super annoying hero, and the way you deal with it is you end the game before he gets items. Once he gets items, all things are out the window. He can win the game. I think I saw Eternal Envy win a game where he had 1 Rax left, and he managed to still bring the game back and carry the game with Arc Warden. So definitely never count that hero out in the late game.
Great
but they're taking a long time to think about their last pick here. It will be a offlane hero. I was about to say mid, but
I mean, you never
I don't know
know,
about
right?
the mid Venomancer. And will they send the Arc Warden mid? That's the question, right? And it will be an offlane hero, Bat Rider.
Okay, so Bat Rider does provide a bit of lockdown coming in. Flaming Lasso does have Firefly. We're watching the players pick in the Underlord without any cosmetics. So guys, remember to report this Underlord in comparison to the rest of his teammates, or them at least have something.
Pudge got the golden hook. He has like double golden He has like the golden arm and the golden hook. He's looking pretty pimp right now.
Yeah. The Shadow Shaman's gonna be the Crow Master again. Everybody loves the Crow set for some reason. Okay, interesting. Venomancer without cosmetics. Clockwork is alright, he does have the bubbles. Oracle has no cosmetics yet. Asuka and Batrider being taken in. Generally looking at this lineup, I'd say that XD has a higher chance to win because they do have a Clockwork Immortal, which is, although it's not golden, it is a very sought after item. The price actually skyrocketed in the market from 20 cents to $5 in comparison to the golden Pudge stuff, which is always stagnating. So if you believe Dota buff and their cosmetic win rates, I think XD has a 5% chance of winning.
Yeah, but I didn't mention the Pudge Underlord as well. Not only is Arc Warden hard to push against, but Pudge Underlord as a combination, I did mention it a little bit, but if you get hooked and the pit gets dropped, you better hope you have a Force Staff, because that's just a sad story for you then.
Alright, we have like 2,500 levels on one side and 5,000 on the other, so big discrepancy there between the amount of money these two teams have. But we're gonna wait for a pause for some reason. Remember, this is a best of 3, so who do you think is gonna win just from lineup itself?
I think it's similar to the last game that we casted. If XD can get their timing off, get Roshan, which is really important as well. But once again, these heroes on the Dire are really good at defending Roshan. I think in terms of draft alone, I have to give it to the Dire, but I'm really impressed by XD's execution, and it depends if RiseWinter can punish them or not with this. I wouldn't say it's an all-in strategy, but it's definitely a timing base, and they don't have forever to try to end this game. And Arc Warden, Pudge, Underlord, they're heroes that stall the game. Magnus as well. Once he gets Blink Dagger, RP will always have to be something you watch out for. So the draft, I gotta give it to Dire, but in terms of the teams, we haven't watched RiseWinter also. I don't know about their execution, but I'm definitely impressed by XD, and I'd say that they have a chance. It's not completely out of it just because of the draft. So
just waiting on a pause.
Let me do the player intros here real quick though.
I guess so. Do you want
I'll
to
do the Radiant first.
Right.
Oh yeah, we'll get the Venomancer. They're all smoke, so I'm doing the showcase view just because we're pausing. I have time to do this.
Nice.
Venomancer with no cosmetics. I can't see his name. It's not alright. I can't do this anymore.
Kaleidoscope on the Venomancer.
Okay. Kaleidoscope on the Venomancer. We got Sanity is the price to pay, or Speed Draw on the Huskar. Some Russian characters, I think. We'll be playing Batrider. I'm just calling Batrider. Ricky Martin will play the Roman Clockwork. We got Lager on Oracle. You can do the Dire.
Alright, guys, remember to vote for Rubik, by the way, if you're watching. If you haven't
They all got hashtag vote Rubik.
Hashtag vote Rubik. On the side of the Dire, we have Aliv on the Diak Warden, Gucci OTK66 on the Shadow Shaman, Matt Bao with Japanese characters on the Pudge, Chinese words on the Magnus, and extra large. I assume that's extra large on the Pitlord. Did you know that Pitlord actually has this largest size model in the game?
Yeah, he's so fat, especially with the cosmetics that he has, because I have the set. He becomes even bigger because it's like fat armor on him.
If he stands on the bounty rune, you can't click it if he has the cosmetics as well. I've actually tried that, and the enemy Zeus could not click the bounty rune. So I don't know if that was his misplay, or is Pitlord really that fat that he instantly counters bounty runes. But yeah, we just have to wait and see. We still have a pause. We have no idea why. Nobody is disconnected. Looking at the couriers, we have the Panda for the Dire. It's Captain Bamboo. That's nice.
I'm happy to see Underlord in the game. The pros aren't picking up at all. He's a really high win rate pub hero, but he's being ignored pretty much because he is kind of like an AFK hero. He doesn't contribute anything early on. He kind of just sits in a lane and gets his levels up, right? He wants maxed out Firestorm. He wants a lot of points in Pit of Malice. It's what the at least high-level players have been doing now. Before, a lot of people would max the attribute aura, but it's been nerfed. So what I do now as well is just put 1 point attribute aura just casually for fun, you know. Gives 10% or what is it, 7% reduction. That's so little. It doesn't really do anything in terms of damage reduction anymore. It gives you a little bit of bonus damage, which is nice, but for the most part, you want to max out the Pit of Malice. It's really strong ability, and having a lot of points on it early is going to help you out in early to mid-game team fights.
Definitely. It looks like Shadow Shaman is going to be the pos 5. He does have the double ward strat already. The smoke, I think they're going to do the same wards as we've seen earlier. There's always this mid-river ward. Do you remember the position?
Which one?
The mid
ward right here?
ward. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. They always like to put a ward there at the start of the game with the smoke. That's what XD like to do. The other ward will either go to block a small camp or go on the hill somewhere. But I guess that's okay. We're gonna see like boots first, roaming clockwork. Talk to me. How does roaming clockwork work these days?
I mean, what he does is just put a lot of pressure on all of the lanes. I mean, I guess Magnus is a pretty good hero against him because he can just skewer out of the cogs. Doesn't really have to worry too much about that. He'll be mashing a Venomancer mid though, which I believe will favor the Venomancer significantly. There's not much that Magnus can do in the lane. Venomancer against any melee hero, he just kind of slowly cancels them out of the lane, and if there's no way for the hero to defend the tower either, which Magnus does have a nuke, so he at least tried to clear the creep wave, Venomancer will just slowly take your tower, because once he gets a lot of points in his wards and poisons this thing up, he'll just take over the lane with the wards, and you can't walk up, right? You'll take too much damage.
Yeah. At this point of time, do you think Arc Warden could go to the mid lane to fight the Venomancer and have a Magnus
I'm
safely?
expecting that, but just from his item build, he bought Tango, so I'm assuming he's going safe lane. The Magnus completely bought out, right? He bought Fairy Fire as well, so seems like he's set up for mid right now.
Interesting. Still pause, waiting for somebody to come back from the washroom. What else is interesting to talk about here? Maybe, I don't know, the off-lane matchup, because they do have a roaming Pudge. It's going to be Arc Warden, Shadow Shaman, roaming Pudge top against a solo Batrider. How do you think that lane is going to fare out?
I think Batrider is going to have a fairly good lane, potentially. Not for sure, because Shadow Shaman's a pretty strong laner. Arc Warden gives a lot of damage as well. If you can get the Flux and the Spark Wraith off, it's just a bunch of nukes. It's not the most damage in the world that a carry can give to the lane, but I mean, he's pretty cancerous, you know, like he'll slow you down, and if you walk into a ghost, the ghost will slow you down even more. But if Batrider has some help in the lane from the clockwork, I could definitely see them getting kills on the Shadow Shaman, and that can snowball into kills onto the Arc Warden later. So.
Alright, and finally here we go with the Gs. The unpause is here, and we are going to see the Clockwork immediately TP out into the lane. Is he going to place the ward? He does place the ward in the exact same spot that we've talked about this entire time. I guess watching them for 3 games straight really gives us inside info. He is going to be rotating to the Dire side and trying to set up some sneaky wards, I assume. Ward to block the camp. And a ping by the Arc Warden. So they actually pinged out the middle of the mid lane here. So they assume that there's gonna be a ward there. That's really good, because they're gonna waste a sentry ward putting the ward mid.
This is Underlord hiding in the trees. What's going on? You see this?
Yeah,
Why there's so much pinging?
Because
I think they're smoking. They're smoking. That's what it is.
Really? I mean
Yeah.
the Clockwork smoke
30
broke
seconds
because of
to
the
battle.
Underlord, and then immediately they started pinging the mid lane right behind the tier 1 tower. So I think they're assuming that Clockwork put a ward behind their tower, and they have no sentries to do it. But they do smoke. Okay, nice insight.
They're pinging to smoke. They're not pinging behind the tower.
I see. Alright. So it doesn't matter if they saw the Clockwork or not. They're rotating up to
What is Underlord doing? What is going? Is he sniping the courier? Is this next level? No. What is he going?
The battle begins.
Oh, he's going for the sneaky plays. He's cutting the creep wave. I actually like this. This is something I do, just for memeing, but I mean, it's a legitimate play here. He's gonna stall the creep wave.
Dies.
Oh, I'm looking at some Underlord shenanigans right now. I missed the first blood, unfortunately, but so it looks like this smoke will doubly pay off. It allows Underlord to do the shenanigans, cutting the creep wave. Clockwork can't get in range to cancel the TP with the cogs or the battery assault, so that pretty much delayed the bottom wave, and it's gonna double wave bottom, which will allow the creep wave to push into him. Because this hero is just level dependent early.
You talked about the Batrider. Yeah, you talked about the Batrider having a good lane if he had assistance from Clockwork, but actually because the Clockwork had to rotate all the way down bot, Batrider just dies just like that.
Nope. They have the damage to kill for sure. It's gonna be an easy kill. 2 kills already for the Dire. They're off to a pretty good start. And just look at what happened bottom lane. What actually happened? Yeah, look at this huge creep wave bottom lane. 2 range creeps and should be pushing into the Underlord's tower, and he'll get a free level 2. Normally what you want to do is like you pull the creep wave and then bring it with you right to your tower, but what he did was he just like stalled it and then TP back home. It's really weird. I mean, I did it before and it's not actually that
could go down, but Shadow Shaman's coming in from the back line. Does he go for the Shackle? Not yet. Waiting out for something. It's auto-attacking with 77 base damage. Yeah, you're talking about your Underlord plays and how you do this. But against a Huskar, how do you think he's actually going to fare even though the creep is so big?
I mean, he's going to get his levels up at this point, and Huskar doesn't have any way to push the lane. So if he can get his levels up in the lane, he'll just slowly win it. Or not win it, but he'll be able to get his farm or levels up at least.
Oh, is he dead here?
But here they go for the kill. They'll get the root from the Oracle and he's dead.
So it looks like pulling out the lane wasn't the right thing to do.
Oh,
but,
you know, on the mid lane, Magnus just dies to poison. Venomancer actually not going for the wards build. He's going for the more aggressive build here. To try to go for kills. 2 points in Venomous Gale, 1 point in Poison Snake.
Oh, really spooky build there. Very cancerous. Is it?
I think it's just casually 2 points in Venomous Gale. I don't think he'll max it. I think he'll go for wards now.
Really? I think he's going for Poison Sting. I mean, if he wants to go all in, he did go for Poison Sting. He is going all in.
He's going all in for this.
Going all in. Jesus Christ.
No wards. Who cares wards? Alright, he gets hit by the Gale.
Oh, he's going to take tons of damage. Look at that Poison Sting damage. Jesus Christ. He's slowed to 200 movement speed. Top lane, Batrider comes in to intercept. Are they trying to go on the Shadow Shaman? Clockwork goes in from the back line. Remember, there is an Ether Shock, no Hex due to that.
Yeah, no cogs though, so he can just battery assault. They're gonna run him down. He's dead for sure.
He can die to the
5
dragon.
stacks of napalm. He can try to deny.
Can believe the dragon does have splash damage. Oh, all right.
Yeah, their attack speed is too slow. It's not gonna happen.
Punch does have level 1 hook, so I'm not sure what he can do. Magnus suffering in the lane, hasn't casted a single spell. Venomancer did have a clarity. Going to buy himself a salve. Does have infused raindrop up. Pit Lord, let's talk about him. He's level 3.
This is a sad lane. I mean, Huskar destroys this hero, right? He's tanky, but not against Huskar. He's mostly magic damage. He doesn't care about the Attribute at all. I mean, Attribute at level 1, it's not really that effective anyway. And Underlord, at this point, his best bet is to like hide in the trees like he's doing now and just try to get his levels up. And then maybe game jungle and catch up later, but it's not a fun lane for him.
So 3 minutes in the game, we have 5 kills right now. So XD did lose the extreme early game when it came down to like just level 1s, but now Pit Lord dying left and right. Look at that damage, 5 stacks of Burning Spear. He's down to 200 HP soon. 250, but still. Venomancer could die to the punch or the other way around. He's going all in. He does have no levels of Plague Wards. Level 5, 3. Level 3 Poison Sting. Jesus.
Yeah, there's so much Poison Sting that the punch had to be denied there by Magnus. He would have died, I believe.
And
the bottom lane, Huskar gets another kill there. I guess Oracle got the kill with the Clockwork rotating in there. Yeah, he's no place to be in this lane now. He's way too far behind the Huskar now in any rotation from... I mean, doesn't even need both supports. It was just both of them being there, and they will get the kill on the top lane. Batrider does go down, does a lot of damage before going down, but does manage to get that, or they did manage to get the kill there.
Pit Lord's going off
without losing a hero. Yeah, he's just gonna jungle at this point. Not a good camp, as he can't kill these mud golems.
The wolves as well, they have critical strike.
And he is going for the Attribute Aurora. He doesn't have a Stout Shield as well, so he'll take a lot of damage. He literally can only farm this camp and he'll have to walk back to the base or shrine or something. As they'll do so much damage to him. He'll have to use all his mana as well. I guess he has a lot of tangos.
No Poison Nova on the Venomancer. Oracle's waiting in the back line. Just in case the Magnus comes out. Venomous Gale being thrown out just to harass. Magnus has no way of healing himself. So it's gonna take just 300 damage off the face. Make that 400 damage.
Yeah, but Venomancer will lose the Creep Shove ward because he doesn't have Venomous or the wards.
Yeah.
Because he's maxing Gale. So
Top lane, there could be a gank here.
Too much damage.
Hachiko onto the Batrider. But the Clockwork dives the tower for this. He gets the cogs in, and the Batrider flies into harm's way. They get the Unwanted, but at the cost of 2. Was that worth it? Pudge is here.
I don't actually think so, because now the Pudge is going to come in. If they get this kill as well, it's a lot of levels for the support. I mean, sure, it hurts the Arc Warden, but Arc Warden is not an early game hero. It's not like he's wanting to get a good time or anything. Sure, he's happy with a fast Midas, but he's happy to get his supports levels because they're going to buy time for him later to get his Midas and farm freely, you know?
Magnus with
now Shadow Shaman already almost level 5. Really good levels on him.
That's pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, has his Arcane Boots as well, so it's a pretty happy Shadow Shaman. Pudge is a little bit under level though, he's only level 3.
Venomancer almost level 8 against level 6 Magnus without reverse polarity. Why do you think he doesn't get RP?
I mean, they're not planning to fight at all, so
I see.
He just wants more empower. I mean, it might hurt him if like he needs RP to like cancel someone's TP or something, but he should be fine. They're just farming right now. All their lanes are really focused on farming. Arc Lord and Magnus and the Pit Lord.
Yeah, he actually pulled the entire wave.
Yeah, he stole it from behind the tower.
Nice, smart plays by Pit
And
Lord.
because he can't fight the Huskar, right? So this is his best play right now. He's either hiding in the trees and nuke out the wave, or just kidnap the creep wave from behind the tower.
We missed the kill top on the Shadow Shaman with the Clockwork. He is still level 3, so yeah.
And Magnus is having such a hard time, man. He has to skewer away every time he gets scaled, otherwise he'll die for sure. And Venomancer is actually just free farming. He's gonna have a super fast Midas, almost has the recipe, and doesn't need wards to do it. Just went for the full
yeah, I told you
aggressive
he's going all
build,
in.
Gale and Poison Sting.
The moment he hit level 4, I knew that he was going to go all in. He wants to dominate the lane, and there was a smoke on the Clockwork that just got dispelled, but can he get... Yes, he gets the cogs and the batteries out to the Dark Warden. That's a big kill. Do they get the Tempest double in 3 seconds? I guess not.
180 gold!
But in exchange, the Batrider gets shackled. There is no level on Flaming Lasso. He can actually opt to get it right now if he wants to. He does have extra point. Decides not to. He's afraid of people actually coming in. The Pudge Invis here. It could be a big turnaround for the Venomancer. Gets hooked down. But here comes Oracle trying his best. It's not good enough.
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? The Venomancer is always supposed to play under his tower.
Huskar as long as he gets skewered in, there is no reverse polarity. It doesn't even matter. Huskar, Armlet toggling, dies to the Shadow Shaman's auto attack. Wait, no, the Rod took the last tick of it. But Shadow Shaman does hit for like 90, so.
Yeah, he would have liked to have RP there, but even if he did, he didn't have the mana to cast it, so.
Lots of action starting to happen. Clockwork going down to
is under attack.
do something about this Pit Lord, who is level 6. No points in Pit of Malice. Does have the Dark Grip to get out if he can, but he can still be bursted down. Level 2 Atrophy Aura isn't the best thing ever against something like Huskar, as you have said earlier.
I'm actually okay with this though. If anything, if you're gonna decide to go Pit of Malice, 2 points in Attribute Aura, I think you definitely need to go it later, but 2 points in Attribute Aura is fine. But because he's not wanting to fight at all, right?
Yeah.
He wants to just avoid the Huskar, gets his levels up, and fight when they have like a blink on Magnus or something.
Oh, watch this. It's the solo Roshan thing. Alright, so now what we're doing is waiting for the bash, okay? He had really good luck last game with the bash, but it's just gonna have to wait and see. Not much commotion in the rest of the map. So
Yeah, they need to not allow him to do this, and I think they know. Or do they know?
they don't.
It seems like the supports know, but
Oh, Magnus.
I'm pretty sure he smoked in. They have
Yeah,
a
he
ward.
did smoke in. Oh, he doesn't know. Oh, they're gonna take Roar. Magnus must be like, what the heck just happened? I just walked past the Roar.
They're not expecting him to do that. I mean, it's something that you don't see Huskars do too often anymore, just because people are smart to it now. Right? It's kind of like a Ursa, but I think they're just not thinking about it. They're like, all right, Huskar is not in the bottom lane. He must be jungling or ganking or something. But I mean, he's Roshaning. Now he's level 10 off of that solo Rosh. It's a huge deal. Letting him do that. So not only did he get the Aegis, he got the gold for his team, and he got a bunch of levels.
Yeah, a bunch of levels. Aggressive smoke here. Huskar could go down to the hook. No, he armlets almost, but he could still go down. Armlet. Oh, Aegis burnt. Punch will die. He tried to rot himself. And looks like Shadow Shaman is gonna pay for his sins. He's gonna die a slow
It's
death.
nice killing the Aegis like that, but I don't think he cares. They weren't planning to play aggressive with that first Aegis anyway in terms of pushing a tower. Once again, it's still really hard to do so against like Pudge, Magnus, Underlord. So they're probably just gonna farm out that Aegis. The big thing was just getting the gold for their team and getting the levels on Huskar, because now he's really high level, and this hero is relatively level dependent. Getting a lot of points in the Berserker's blood, even the Inner Vitality, having points in that is pretty important as well. And he's definitely favoring it because he's not even leveling his talent up. He's leveling his abilities over his talent.
Is under attack.
Yeah, I mean 5 Burning Spear DPS, that's not gonna be enough to cover for things like Berserkers, but it's 10% magic resist and 40. Oh, bot lane. Nice cogs there by Ricky Martin. He could still be hooked though. He turns on the battery and now Huskar jumps in deep into enemy territory. The crow snake things are out, but Huskar is going ham. Gets Oracle altered. The Dark Rift was a big burn there. He burnt the 2-minute cooldown ultimate.
Radiant's bottom tower
3 for 1.
is under
And
attack.
they're gonna farm the wards as well. Look at
Dire's
this.
top tower is under attack.
Yeah, as I said, I mean, they were fine with losing the Aegis like that. They got 2 kills off of it, and he's still super strong. Has the Oracle to back him up. The False Promise will just allow him to go ham in these fights. And it's actually not looking
Dire's
good
middle tower
for the
is
Dire
under
at this
attack.
point. As I said, they have the better late game draft, but they're a little bit too far behind. I'm a bit worried for them here. Because once the next Aegis rolls around, I don't see how they stop this Huskar. He's kind of balling out of control at this point. He's the top of the net worth in the game. 2,000 gold above the next closest hero on the Dire, which is Magnus, who actually went for a Midas. So they're going all out for the late game. Again, with the Arc Warden, I still feel like they can win at any time, but...
Oh no,
look at this
Magnus.
Magnus.
Oh
Why?
no, no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
No.
Oh no. Okay,
It's a sad trombone right there.
so just Battlemancer, the all-in build, really coming into play here. Punch. Wants to get a hook. I hear a hook shot onto the young one, and there we go. He's locked in. There's no way he's gonna reach the shrine due to those cogs. He's gonna go down. Shadow Sharp's in the fray. Punch in the backline. Cannot get a hook. He actually missed the hook. Big miss.
They're gonna get taken over now because if they have the late game lineup, sure, but these heroes are gonna end the game before the late game happens. That's why Huskar, I don't feel like is that bad against Auric Warden because he requires a lot of time to come online before he can truly fight. If he does get to the point where it is late game, he'll be fine against Huskar, right? He does a lot of physical DPS. The magnetic field or whatever is pretty good against him. But, I mean, Huskar kind of jumps in, so
Yeah, he jumps
not
in.
really.
And he's gonna jump in now. Oh, he reached it! The range! He kept it. Oregon saves himself. Very nice play there. But Huskar here, without Aegis, will he go down? No! Bat Rider's here to
Oh, he has
save
the
the
false
day.
promise. Look at this, he's going
The
ham!
RP hits 1, but it doesn't matter. Huskar doesn't care. He's getting 4. He's getting 5. Is this it? Is this the play? It's a team wipe for Huskar. Oracle out was big. RP missing due to the Bat Rider was big as well.
Come my god, this
Dire's
Huskar
bottom tower
is
is under
unstoppable
attack.
at this point. And he's not even the only hero that they have to worry about. Look at this Venomancer. There's level 15 already.
Dire's bottom tower has
Hold
fallen.
on, let's just open the hero levels real quick
Dire's
here.
middle
Level
tower
15
is under
Venomancer.
attack.
Huskar got an ultra kill. He's only level 13, and this is just the Midas and the 30% experience gain for. And what happens when this Venomancer is level 18? He's gonna have level 3 ultimate. I mean, I guess he actually only has 1 point as ultimate at this point because they didn't actually have the mana to support it. But
Dire's
I'm
top
assuming he will
tower
level
is
up
under
eventually. And I don't know how they'll stop him at that point. He'll ultimate, and if a hero gets caught, they're pretty much dead. It does their whole HP in terms of damage. And now they're gonna go for a smoke play.
It's aggressive smoke. Is hook shot up? Yes, it is. So they could be going for the Magnus because they know RP is down. Either that or they sideline for the Arc Warden. That's smart too. They have vision of the punch. There was a ping out. Smoke wasn't broken just yet. Clockwork's in the back and like they are gonna go for the punch. He is gonna get clogged in. He's saving the hook shot for. Wow, the punch actually killed Arc Warden. Here comes hook shot. Okay. So the punch killed the Arc Warden by hooking Venomancer closer to him.
He just threw out a hook and brought Venom into the cogs for a second, and then he just saw an Arc Warden. All right, good kill. And in the meantime, Huskar was just pushing the tower there. Took out top tower.
Nice.
He's just pouncing the creeps to lower his HP at this point. Look at this.
Life Break is such a good spell.
Bounty, which my matriarch will prize.
It's gonna go all over attack.
Batrider might get a
Dire's
kill
top
here
tower
bottom if
is
Shadow
under
Shan
attack.
pushes forward for another wave.
There's
He has
a
the Blink Dagger.
Magnus
He
is
actually has 2,000 gold, pretty much. So he can buy his 4 staffs soon.
But Magnus is coming in for the bot lane, so. Oh, that blink into Pro Wards. He
Radiant
rethinking his
structures are
life
fortified.
choices there. Wow, wow, he trapped the Shadow Shaman in his own ward! No way!
I caught the very end of that. I saw it. And he dies to the fire as well. And that's mostly the flame lake damage, right? I don't think there was Firefly.
No, it was the tower. The tower
Dire's
lowered
middle tower
Shadow
is
Shaman's
under
HP
attack.
from half to 0.
Radiant's bottom tower
So
is
the
under
tower
attack.
technically single-handedly killed Shadow Shaman got stuck in his own wards. Okay.
I saw that. I was like, hold on a second. And he tried to TP, but he died.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Really showing off the skill of
And
these
mid lane,
players.
they just take a tower there as well, and they're running down lanes. This is XD's go-to strat, and with Huskar, I mean, that's what Huskar does. He gets super farmed where you can't fight him anymore, and he'll run down lanes and take all your towers. And he goes for Roshan, and he tries to go high ground. And if he can't go high ground, most of the time he loses. But I can see some late game Huskars do work as well.
You can go the E-Blade, triple Ether Lens, instantly kill somebody, Huskar.
I've never actually seen that, but I wonder if that's actually viable, if it's super late game and gold is no longer an issue.
Pitlord.
And then he'll just switch his items back out for regular items. Yeah, Pitlord is absolutely worthless at this point. He has no farm, he's 18 minutes in the game, doesn't even have his hood yet. And I don't think the hood will do anything, because Venomancer has a level 3 ultimate. There's only so much that you can mitigate with the hood.
He's a really fast snake. He has Boots of Travel as well. Boots of Travel and a Windlace. That's the mobility item coming in with the 4 staff as well. So, okay, that's a kill. That was whoa, nice! Lasso on the Magnus. Punch can't hook anything. But
Yeah, he is skewer though, so he'll be fine. I don't see them defending this bottom tower, so I don't even know why they're bothering to, but I feel like they should just run out and push the mid lane.
what about Arc Warden here?
It's not easy to split push this game either. Arc Warden will get farm. He's the only hero on their team that has farm, actually. I'm looking at the networks now. Actually, Magnus is still ahead of him, because Magnus did go for Midas, which I feel like is a little bit greedy, because they need someone to fight. He's not going, I'm assuming he's going for Blink next, then he'll go for Echo Saber. If he goes for Echo Saber before the Midas, then he's just putting no pressure, because he can't get RP without Blink in this game. And even with the Blink, it's not that easy, because there's Venomancer wards and stuff.
Venomancer's here.
Wait, Clockwork is an Ags.
Nice.
Alright. Roaming Clock Ags Rush. He's confident on his hook shot.
Oh, Venomancer, if he catches
that
it.
the cooldown.
It's not gonna catch that. Venomancer says use Scepter of Divinity, so it's a
Dyer's
very
middle tower
mobile
is under
Venomancer.
attack.
It's
Yeah,
going
you can
for-
cancel TPs as well, so
Yeah. Oh, solo Roshan.
there you go.
So again, it's about the bash, alright? So we're watching. Oh, actually, never mind. It's the Oracle's healing him. So, okay. It's not fun anymore, you know, if your life's not on the line.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, I bet Rosh in that last game was definitely close. He had to like walk out for a second there to consider if he wanted to continue, but he eventually walked back in and
Bot lane
finished.
could be a
Good
catch.
job.
Bat Rider seems to be setting up. I guess not. He just backs off like that. Okay. I thought he would try and wait one setup with the lasso.
This Venomancer is so high level because he's just split pushing at this point. He's not really playing with his team that much at all. So he's about to hit level 20 minutes in the game. That's 1 level per minute almost.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
I mean, he's basically playing an RPG. Whatever enemy comes his way, he just presses Q and just auto attacks them. So it's like, you know, he's literally playing an RPG.
Hey, I haven't seen him play with his team at all this game actually. They were together for a little bit in the mid, but now he's off doing his own thing. And he's keeping the lanes pushed out, which is important because that's their only play on Dyer at this point. They lost all their outer towers, and their play is just to push out the other lanes and defend high ground once it gets to that point. But in the bottom lane here, they might go down. I think, no, they don't have enough damage.
Yep.
I don't know, I feel like if they press all their buttons, he might die there, but they weren't sure about it either. Because Venomancer definitely could have ultimated there. It would have done a little bit of damage. This was really close, actually.
Yeah, it would have probably done like 400-ish damage with just poison. He didn't even use Venomous Gale, so think about that. That's a hefty load of damage. Hook shot onto the Shadow Shaman. He's dead.
Bat Rider with the Boots of Travel as well. He was just bottom, now he's top, and he had a kill there.
Going for use that possibility as well. Blink Dagger on Magnus. This could be the biggest play that we will see. The Blink 5-man RP into something. Into a 5-man rot.
Pit of Malice.
5-man rot.
Pit of Malice, Rot.
Rain of Fire. I guess that's...
I mean, he does have the max. He has the maxed out pit, so they're ready. See their high ground defense here. I mean, they have the heroes to do so. See how they execute. It's not going to be easy against Huskar. I can just see him killing everyone.
Venomancer's going to be split pushing middle lane like nobody's business.
Yeah, they pretty much have to have near perfect spell usage from all their heroes. If they mess up any spells, even the hooks, like, has to hit on a good target, or they need to hook someone to save them. Either way. And maybe if they hook someone into the tier 4s, you know.
I really like how they just... Oh, wow.
What happened to the Arc Ward in bottom? Oh, that was a really close fight. Bat Rider almost went down, but it's a solo kill. We'll force the buyback there as well.
I really like how Venomancer places his wards so deep in, and then he actually selected the wards and focused the Magnus, so he couldn't get any Blink RP shenanigans. Like, just look at these wards, man. Plague wards, and...
Yeah, they're definitely showing respect to the Dyers. They're respecting the Pudge and the ability to get like skewered back or RP'd. They're not just running headfirst into this.
Bat Rider's gonna apply the pressure down in the bot lane. Arc Warden does have a Maelstrom. I hear a Light Brick, and there's the deep dive, but nice hook by the Pudge into a Glimmer Cape to save the Underlord. BKB is out on Magnus, he doesn't really care. It's Toggle.
Alright, Huskar?
Yeah, he's just standing there with the Oracle.
He's not even gonna die, he's gonna kill her when he gets hexed.
Oh, he's 2 HP! Oh, the Oracle! Oh, he went down Dumpy!
And
Poison
Shadow
Sting.
Shaman dies to poison, they call it GG.
Poison Sting was really good that game. Poison Sting is really good spell.
Radiant victory.
Alright, XD, making it fast. What is it, 1 AM for you guys? Or
1
No, it's 1 p.m.
Yeah, 1:30 p.m.
It's 1 a.m. for me.
Nice.
I'm missing up the time zones once again. I was like, hold on a second, because someone complained that it was 12 for them. I'm like, wait, it's 12 for me, 12 at night. But I guess they have something to do. They need to eat lunch.
Well, that's gonna be game 1 for XD. They take it in with 24-30. And let's go in for game 2. Remember, this is a best of 3. So
If we get the lobby up quick. Alright, we're already in.
Yeah, we're already in. Talk to me about the last game. How do you feel? What are your feelings going into this next game after watching that stomp?
I see Underlord, and I saw the idea behind their draft, but at the same time, right, against Huskar, you can't let what happened in the laning stage happen, right? If you lose all your lanes to Huskar, he'll just run you over, especially allow him to get Roshan like that so low. Even if they took out the Aegis right away, it gave him so many levels, and it gave all his team gold as well. And with Huskar Oracle, that's what's gonna happen, right? That ultra kill bottom, you take one bad fight like that, and you're just feeling really bad. And then they also had really good pick off as well with the Bat Rider and the Clockwork, so they couldn't split push at all. And I feel like Arc Warden was a little bit of a greedy pick against Huskar. They knew what they're up against, so I feel like they need to pick a hero that was able to fight earlier, because Arc Warden doesn't do anything early. In this scenario, right? He definitely can be a fairly strong early game hero, because don't underestimate him and his ability to just dish out damage. But against the Huskar doesn't care against the magic damage at all.
Well, now we're waiting for the other team. Hopefully they can pull themselves up and show us how strong they really are. Maybe they'll first ban Huskar this time, I don't know. Magnus did get destroyed by Venomancer, so maybe they're gonna ban the Venomancer, I don't know.
Let's look at the graphs of this last game here. I'm interested in the player level and how far the Venomancer is just a big blue line is going above everyone. It's just because of his experience, gain talent, and his Midas. And he actually almost hit level 25. Well, not that close, but I think it was like level 21 at the end of the game.
Net worth as well. You can see the Huskar and Venomancer are the two leading lines here. Even the Bat Rider climbed a lot, didn't he? Jesus.
Underlord, not very good against Huskar, and they picked it after the Huskar, I believe. So they're confident. I mean, I feel like he can do okay against Huskar. The fact that because Huskar will always pounce in and then he can just drop the pit and then Huskar can't run away. But in this game, Huskar doesn't run, right? He'll just get ulted by Oracle and just man up until he either kills everyone or dies. And in this case, he killed everyone. And you even saw like when they pushed top there, he got ultimated at like almost 0% HP. It was pretty good ultimate there from Oracle, and he healed all the way from nothing to full HP. Just with the lifesteal from his casual morbid mask and the Oracle heal.
Alright, now just gonna have to wait for the other team to come in.
Are they done?
No, he's here. Matt Bao, the Pudge is here. Hello Pudge. Thinking.
Alright, I'm gonna run an ad.
Alright.
Enjoy this Red Bull ad while we wait for everyone to get in the lobby.